More beer from Yorkshire. It's never ending.
Life is too short to be drinking shitty beer. Now then.
Welcome to Yorkshire Daily. Fucking hell. All I seem to do is review beer from Yorkshire. But today I've got a good one. This is the Theakston Pale Ale. Now, Theakston are a good brewer. I have had a few of theirs. You've probably had one too, if you know your beer. And that is Theakston's Old Peculiar. That is a fantastic old ale from Yorkshire, and they're one of these breweries that just seem to get things right, in my opinion. They have a long tradition of brewing in, I'm going to put on a Yorkshire accent, I can't help it, I don't know what it is. Blair's Masham in Yorkshire, and they also spawned the Black Sheep Brewery. One of the fellas from the Theakston family thought it'd be a good idea to start his own brewery called the Black Sheep Brewery, which is good. I've got a few of theirs up there. I'll be reviewing theirs soon. Read a little bit about this. This isn't, well, Theakston's used to do a traditional pale ale, and it was, you know, as pale ale was in the 60s, 70s and 80s, but they've sort of scrapped it when it fell out of favour, because pale ale wasn't a big thing in the UK in the sort of, I don't know, sort of 90s and early 2000s. Since the craft brew revolution, it's sort of come back in fashion and all that. So they've got back on the bandwagon, and they're using some interesting hops there. I'll get onto them in a bit. As I say, they brew some great stuff. There's a lot of good brewers up in Yorkshire. I've tasted Sam Smith's, which is an outstanding traditional British pale ale. I don't think this is going to be the same because of the hops, but let's stop gassing and find out. Right, Magoo will get the bins on, because Magoo is fucking blind without them.
The name is Magoo.
Theakston's Pale Ale from Yorkshire. Brewed in Masham with Eldorado and Summit hops. Summit, each out. Even the fucking hops have got a northern name. Summit hops, something hops.
Best I've seen.
Blended with locally grown malted barley. Does Jeff Boycott know you're brewing this with American hops? He put out a fucking bounty, him and Fred Truman. They get on your case. Anyway, on the top it says hefty zing of spicy citrus, sweet orange and stone fruits to deliver the ultimate thirst quencher. That is not a traditional pale ale. It doesn't sound like one anyway. It's cold filtered, okay, but unpasteurised. 500ml bottle, 4.5%. The usual caper on the back. Let's get it open and let's see what's going on. I have got the cap lifter ready to spring into action. Picked that up in Asda. It was quite cheap. I think it was $190 or $180 something, I can't remember. There you go, there's the cap. Surprised it hasn't got the national Yorkshire flag of a whippet and a flat cap and a Yorkshire pudding.
Best I've seen.
Let's get it. Well, let's see what's on the nose first. Interesting. I thought this would be a mass of citrus, but it's not. Now, while I'm filling it out, I'll quickly explain the hops. You've got Summit hops in here, right? No, that's not Yorkshire for something. Summit hops are for bittering. So I can see why they put that in there. They've got Eldorado hops, which are fruity, and it's like tropical fruit that you get from that. Must admit, that's not looking good. Very fizzy head, fair bit of carbonation. Could be wrong though. And the Cascade hops, which are spicy and lemony, very good in a lager. That's what it looks like. It looks pretty dismal. It looks like an 80s pint of lager that you would send back and ask for more head on it. It does smell earthy, I will give you that. Very earthy. The malts in here are quite sweet, and it's got lager and Munich malts. The lager obviously being the, you know, the base malt, and the Munich malt, I'd imagine they put that in there for some sweet flavour. It smells lovely, actually. Despite the appearances, that does smell really good. Yeah, very nice. I'm impressed with that. Let's get it down the hatch and see what's going on. Bottoms up. Not bad at all. That's pretty good. Excuse me. I have to say that is not bad at all. I was a bit wary when I saw the hops that were being used in this, and it did ring alarm bells that they were sort of getting away from their traditions. But I think they have got this spot on. There is some real strong earthiness in that, which is prevalent throughout, and it really does give it a strong flavour. Now this is a pale ale, and you know, pale ales are hit and miss. You can get American pale ales which are absolutely full of citrus hops, or you get the British pale ales which have got more malt to them, but they do have, you know, a hoppy sort of seam running all the way through it. Now, as I said, the alarm bells rang with me when I sort of saw all the hops that were being stuffed into this. Well, not all the hops, but the style of hops. I mean, you know, the Eldorado and Cascade, both American hops, but Cascade hops are very similar to the European hops in that they're sort of spicy and lemony, and you know, oftentimes they are used in lager, and I'm getting that here, but I'm also getting a lot of earth on here too. The malt's coming through now as well. There's a lovely rich biscuit malt on that, and that's coming from the Munich malt, and it leaves a very nice finish, but there's also a bitter finish on that, so it's not overly sweet. There's a bitterness that runs through that, which I think is coming from the Summit hops. But altogether, it's not the American pale ale that I thought this was going to be. This isn't bad at all, and when they say it's a thirst quencher, it is. It's like a, I know this is going to sound weird, but the Pilsner, the Cloudwater Pilsner that I tried, to me that was just like a light American pale ale. This is more like what I would expect from a pale ale. It's really good. I really do like that. Yeah, I must admit I was surprised at the hop choice in this, but I think they've got it spot on with this. I don't think it's as good as a Sam Smith's Pale Ale, but it's not a bad drink at all. I like it. Yeah, nice caramel malt backbone, like roasted sort of caramel, roasted caramel malt backbone, and yeah, the hops are not too tropical, too fruity to give it that sort of American pale ale type flavour. This is a true British pale ale in my opinion, and it's good. And I wouldn't have expected anything less from Theakston's. They know what they're doing. It was cheap. I got it from Asda, and the reason I got it was because it said Theakston on the front, and they're a good brewery. Very traditional. They just get things right, and Old Peculiar is one of their best beers. It's legendary, and I think that has, in my opinion, has gone a long way with me to respecting their beers, and I've not been disappointed with their stuff since. And this, to be honest, I thought was going to let the side down, but it hasn't. I really like this. This is not as good as the Sam Smith's Pale Ale. That was outstanding. That was one of the best pale ale, British pale ales, well, probably the best British pale ale I've tasted. This is not bad. I'd give it an 8 out of 10. Definitely recommend it. I'd say if there's a choice between this and the Sam Smith's is going to win all day long, but this is not a bad one. 8 out of 10, recommended. Remember, beer is working class champagne.
I'll sit there then.